Hey there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. Today we are featuring the World of Good suite, which is one of the new suites, one of the 10 new suites in the annual catalog that just came out. This is a really fun travel kind of themed suite, but it also has lots of uses for all sorts of occasions, including card making. And this is the suite I'm featuring this week on my social media. So be sure to go follow me at By the Shore Stamping on Facebook. And I'll be sharing different projects and videos and things with this suite all week, including on my Facebook Live on Tuesday. But we're also sharing it today. I have a quick little card to show you that features this set as well. But here's the stamp set. And then the dies are here, and you can see the paper in the background here. There are the dies. And when I showed this on my Facebook page, this suite on Monday, I wasn't really sure what these two dies did, but I went through and I cut everything so you can see what it looks like. So here is this guy. So this will be what you would use to hold up the globe if you were using that. You also, as a side effect, get this cute little moon shape that you could use for different things too. That's a bonus. There's a little pen, feather pen, so that die cuts this, which obviously is a stamped one, so you could stamp it and then die cut it. There is this element here, which goes with the base here, so you can cut that piece out of cardstock. There's also this little swirly pen thing, which also, it doesn't match this, but it coordinates, so you could use those together. It also punches or die cuts the little inkwell here, so you could stamp and then die cut it. And then these two here are elements that you can actually use, but they just kind of do a pattern in the paper. So if you were to just cut it on a piece of paper, it would just kind of be a pattern inside. And then same thing with the writing. It's just kind of a pattern, so you could emboss it, but it doesn't actually cut anything out. So I did use both of those elements on my card today, so I'll show you how I used those, because I thought they were kind of cool. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this out of the way. I'm actually only using the sentiment from the stamp set today. I have a piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock that I folded in half, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I folded that in half to make my card base, so that's what I'm using for my base. And then I did use the embossing folder that's part of this suite. This is one of my favorites. So you can see this is it's like kind of like that crumply old world kind of look, and I used some of the pattern paper. Let me just show you the piece that I used, and then I'll show you. So originally I thought I was going to use this side of the paper. So I was like, oh, let me crumple it with the embossing folder. So see how cool that looks? And you could totally ink that too with like a sponge and really get that inked up and kind of antique-y look. But then I kind of flipped it over, and I really loved the look of the little brass elements here kind of cut up too. So I ended up using this side instead. So that's going to go... Which way do I think I'm going to let it go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that down first, because I didn't do anything to it. I just crumpled it and then taped it down. So this embossing folder is definitely a good one to add to your arsenal. I think it will work for all kinds of projects and really adds some depth and dimension to your crafting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape that down. Okay. And then I die cut that cool little element out of the brass foil paper that's part of this suite, and then I just cut around the little lip it creates. I just cut around that with my scissors. So that goes like that. It's going to be a little bit too long for my card though, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of snip off a little bit. I'm going to try and keep that rounded edge here and just kind of cut that so you can't even tell that I cut it. So I'm just gonna kind of loosen that up again. There we go. So then I can use that like this. So that's kind of my plan there. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that down because I know that's what I want to do. So I'm just using a little bit of adhesive, and because I'm layering on top of this, it doesn't matter if the adhesive goes through there. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. And then I also die cut a piece of that crumb cake cardstock with the writing, and I just tore the edges a little bit, kind of made it look a little bit old worldy too. And I'm going to go ahead and I just want this kind of more on an angle. I wonder if I can do that. It's not much left of it, but let me see if I can peel off a little bit more of that. Sorry, I'm off screen here, but it's hard to do. There. It's still kind of straight. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Actually, nope, that was the right way. So I'm just going to leave it. That's fine. And I'm going to attach that down here with some regular adhesive. And I'll make it a little bit lower, like that. Okay, and then I die cut the little globe, which, where did that guy go? Somewhere. He is here. Oh, here he is. There's two different ones. So I used, this is the North America side. I used the Europe, Asia side on my other one. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of add a little bit of adhesive here. And I'm going to tape that down like that. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment. So I'm going to use the You Make the World a Better Place and the Early Espresso ink, which is one of the inks in the suite, or one of the colors in the suite. I'm just going to stamp that on some scrap piece of Whisper White. I'll close this up. And then I took my 2-inch circle punch and I just punched that out. So that's going to go right in there. And I'm going to punch that out. And I'm going to attach that to my card with some dimensionals. I'm going to kind of overlap them a little bit. I want that globe to show, but I'm also going to kind of just layer it on there off to the side. Right side up is best. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I took some of that really pretty soft suede feeling, or not soft suede, the suede feeling Early Espresso ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a little bow with that. I don't want it too big, so I'm going to kind of squish that down a little bit, floof it out, and then I will tape that onto my card with some mini glue dots. So I'm just going to trim this down like that, and I am just going to trim that up a little bit more. I'll use my mini glue dots to tape that here like that. And there's my little card, although I did find that the champagne rhinestones, which are in the new catalog now, they carried over from the mini. They were super popular. They were sold out for a lot of the mini catalog time frame, but they are back and they are awesome and they work beautifully with this suite. So I'm just going to finish off this card with a couple of these and then we are finished. So I'm just going to add them a little bit here, there, and everywhere. Again, working in threes usually, just because it's a good design principle. And there you have it. There's the finished card. So super easy, super simple, but I really love the collection of products together because they really make some great cards, whether it's masculine or any kind of category. But it works for cards or for scrapbooking, even though this was designed more for memory keeping and scrapbooking, I think. But I think it will be good for those of you that are mostly card makers too. All right, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click like below. And if you really want to make my day, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It always makes me super happy. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time for Teach Me Tuesday. Bye.